As human beings, we have a tendency or even the desire to stay in balance. Because if we are out of balance, we fall down and we might break something, right? But is it always true? Or are there situations when actually getting out of balance can help us? In Aikido, it can be useful to get out of balance for a moment and recover the balance later on again. So we'll give you some examples, some exercises, and we'll show you how you can use it and how it can be used also in life outside of Aikido. So, enjoy watching this episode. Let's begin with a simple exercise, and actually before we go into the exercise of losing balance, let's imagine that we want to keep our balance at any cost, at any price, right? So we are rigid and trying just to stay. So I will ask Sandra to help me with this. She will try to resist my push, so I want to push her to make her lose balance, and she's trying to resist it. So when she resists, I can actually quite easily, using my body, my base, quite easily bring her out of balance, and when she has to go from here, she has to move away in a kind of uncontrolled manner, right? She has to save herself later on. Now, if we change this a little bit, she can start absorbing my energy, this energy of the push, without moving her feet. So the first step of this exercise is the person who receives this energy, this push, doesn't move the feet, but absorbs the energy. So she's absorbing in a way where the energy goes, in the direction where the energy goes, until the limit, actually, and I also try to sense her limit, without moving the feet, as far as she can go, without moving the feet, which is helping us to develop the sense of balance and the ability of our body to keep balance while being under pressure. Okay? The next step in this exercise would be taking one step, only one step at a time for the person who is being pushed. So when I push now, Sandra has the right to take one step. I can push from any direction I want. Can be the head, can be the knee, can be the back. It's always one step at a time, so she absorbs the energy, allowing herself to take one step. Okay, and this is already much better than being rigid or trying to stay in place. Now we'll change roles a little bit, and I will add one more thing to it. So as Sandra is pushing, I take this one step, but I take the step in a way, and I try to find myself in a place where I can get back physically in physical contact, so I can touch her again. So any way she pushes me, I try to find myself connected at the end. Okay, so I'm trying to stay quite close. And find the connection at the end. Touching on her center line. So it's not only touching at the skin, at the surface, right? But I'm connecting into the center line. But actually what starts happening here is, as she pushes, I kind of lose my balance, recover my balance, and when we have this Aikido dualities we were talking some time ago in one of our videos, which I will link in the description, when it's the dualities are when something is, for example, sinking, something is also rising, right? When there is a left side, there is a right side. If something is recovering balance, something is losing balance. So I allow myself to lose balance so that I can, when I recover it, I can make Sandra lose balance. So when I recover balance, Sandra is losing balance, right? And as you can see, it doesn't require a lot. You need a bit of feeling, a good connection with the person pushing, giving the energy. And the more I lose balance on my first step, the more it brings Sandra out of balance at the second when I recover. Okay? So losing balance is not necessarily a bad thing. Of course, losing balance to the extent where you fall down, maybe not. But you can lose the balance a little bit and recover it just after. And this can be also useful in outside of the dojo, outside of Aikido practice. I had a few times a situation where I was walking down the stairs quite quickly, quite fast, and I stepped with my foot. I didn't get the step right. Okay, so I started falling down. And most of people in this situation, they try at any price to recover the balance immediately in this step, which is very difficult and usually when you fall down from the stairs. And actually what happened to me in this situation is that I allowed myself to lose balance at this step to recover it on the next one, putting my foot on the next step of the stairs, which allowed me actually not to force my foot in a position which was not good to put weight on my foot and not to break the ankle or something like this, but to move over this step, falling down, letting my body fall down or descend, and recover on the next step with the other foot. So this is a good ability of being able to allow yourself to lose balance for a moment and recover it after, rather than trying to keep your balance all the time at any cost. Okay, hope you liked our demonstration, the few exercises we've shown, and hope to see you soon again on our channel. Thank you. Bye.